Hi and welcome back. It's Camila and this is your runner's reset. The video that you do mid-week, not on a running day, to target everything that running doesn't. We are going to work on hip stability, thoracic rotation, hip flexors, and single leg control. So runners are really strong on a straight line, and this is everything else. So grab your mat and let's go. Okay, so we are going to start on a supine position, so on our backs. And we're going to begin with some knee hugs. So I want you to extend both of your legs nice and comfortable. Now, bring one of your knees towards your chest, squeeze it in, and switch to the other one. Switch. So we're gonna go for around 8 to 10 knee hugs here. Don't forget about your breath. Inhale, exhale through every rep. Lean into any stiffness that is going to start to come up. And we're gonna release it, yes. In 4, 3, 2, one more on each side. Beautiful. Both in and bringing both of your feet down onto the mat. And we're going to drop both of your knees towards one side, both towards the other side in those windshield wipers. I always say windshield whimpers. I don't know why. Windshield wipers. Just start to create a little bit of movement here on your hips, lower back, pelvis, legs. 3, 2, 1, and meet me back in the center. Now, here, your shoulders are pressing down onto the mat. You're going to make sure that your feet and your knees are going to stay hip width apart. Close heels to toes. Except if you start feeling your knees, bring your feet slightly more towards the front. Yes. So tuck your tailbone in and lift your hips up. You do not want to be flaring your ribs, so keep those ribs nice and engaged and rolling your spine down. Lift your hips up, keeping your knees aligned with your hips. You don't want to be flaring those knees as well. Good. We're going to go 3. Beautiful. 4. Reaching up to 8, 5, 6, rolling that spine down and driving those hips up, 7. Now at the top, hold it, and we're gonna pulse 3, pulse 2, pulse 1, roll it down, go up, and 3, and 2, and 1, roll it down, and up, and pulse for 3, pulse for 2, pulse for 1, roll it down, come up, and 3, and 2, and 1, roll it down. Come on, in 3, 2, 1, go down. 2 more. 1 more. And hold it at the top. Just pulse for 8, for 7, for 6. For 5, knees are in, don't flare your ribs. In 4, in 3, in 2, in 1, and roll it down. Good job. Okay, we're going to go for a single leg glute bridge. So I want you to lift your hips up. You're going to bring your right leg down. Yes, try to see how your weight is shifting, trying to stay as much in the middle as possible. Lifting down and up, down and up. 6 more, 5 more, straight down. 4, knee above your hip. 4, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, and pulse for 8. Pulse for 7, pulse for 6, pulse for 5. Knee above your hip, shin is 90-degree angle. In 3, in 2, in 1, hold 8, hold 7, hold 6, hold 5, full flat opposite foot on the floor in 3, in 2, stay up, bring both feet down, and bring the other one up, 90-degree angle. We start going down for 8, for 7, for 6. Don't hold your breath, don't flare your ribs. 90-degree angle on the leg that is lifted, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Start the pulses, only halfway down, up, halfway down, up. That lifted leg is nice and steady. For 4, for 3, for 2, hold it up for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4. I don't know if you can hear the screaming kid around here. That's exactly how our glutes are going to feel in a moment. In 3, 2, 1. And bring that foot down and lift. Roll your hips back down. Beautiful. Now, we're going to roll onto our side. I want you to place your bicep underneath your head. We're going to go into clamshell, so both of your heels are aligned with your hip. You have a little bit of separation in between your ribs and the mat. Yes, both of your hips are pointing forward, and you're going to drive that top knee up towards the ceiling. Yes, try that your hips are not rolling back and forth, and that you again are not flaring through those ribs. We go 5, we go 4, we go 3, we go 1, we hold open for 8, open for 7, open for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, keep that separation, 1, and I want you to extend that top leg. Beautiful. Now, I want you to flex and drop. 1, again to 8. If you want to go a little bit heavier, you can extend that bottom leg as well, keeping that separation in between your ribs and the mat. Yes, you try to keep your hips pointing forward so we're not rotating externally. Yes, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, aligned with your hips, small circles. If you need a little bit more support, grab that top arm to hold you on the mat. Yes, but if you're rocking a lot, make those circles smaller. Nothing else moves. Yes, in 3, in 2, in 1. Reverse the circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Yes, make sure that you're still nice and aligned. Again, this is an option. Good. Now, float that leg up, align it with your hips. You're going to sweep it towards the front. Try to bring it right in front of your hip, and we sweep it towards the back. Again, the rest of your body is nice and stable, so we're not rocking back and forth. 7, 6. If you release this, you're going to have a little bit more control, so see what works for you. Just making sure that your hips are not rolling. Yes, in 4. Nice. In 3. It's not about how big or small you go. That is going to be unlocked after a couple rounds, but you want to keep those hips nice and steady. In 2, and that space here in between. Yes, 1 more. Center and down. Beautiful. We're going to stay right here, but I want you to bring your knees right in front of your hips, 90-degree angle. That arm in the bicep is going to extend towards the front. You're going to bring both hands one on top of the other. You're going to open that book. So keeping your knees and your feet touching the ground or the mat. You're going to open up like a book, trying to follow the hand with your gaze, and close the book. Open. After a couple rounds, you're going to start feeling that spine mobilize, especially that lower back. Again, try to keep your knees and your feet touching. In 4. Beautiful. In 3. In 2. In 1. Amazing. Very nice. Now, you're going to roll all the way towards the other side, but I'm going to turn around because I want to see your faces, of course. So, Remember your bicep underneath your ear. You want to stack your hips so a little bit of separation in between your ribs and your mat. Feet lined with your hips and drive that top knee up towards the ceiling. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 2, making sure that your hips are pointing towards the front. Amazing. Now, at the top, I want you to extend that leg and flex. You can keep that bottom leg also bent, or you can keep it nice and extended like I have here. Yes, if you need a little bit of extra balance, you're going to bring that top hand towards the front and just lift that top leg nice and straight towards the height of your hip, again without rolling your pelvis, and trying to keep that separation here. Yes, for 4, for 3, for 2, hold that at the top, small circles towards the front. They don't have to be super big, just try to keep the rest of your body nice and steady. Yes, we've got 4 more counts to the front. 3, 2, 1, and reverse that circle without it letting you tumble you to the back. Yes, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now rest it down. We're gonna lift it up, making sure everything else is nice and aligned, and you sweep it towards the front and you sweep it towards the back. Yes, again, when you go to the back is where that leg is going to try and toss you back, but try to keep nice and stacked. It doesn't have to be a big movement, but trying to wake up those hips, those glutes. Nice. Good. We've got 4 more. Front and back. Don't let that sweep back. Drop you down. Let's go for 3. 2. Very nice. 1. Very good. Center and down. Now, same as on the previous side, I want you to bring both of your knees in front of your hips, 90-degree angle, also with your shins. You're gonna extend that bottom arm. Yes, make sure you're nice and comfortable. Bring that top hand on towards the front, keeping those knees, that palm, your feet onto the floor, and I want you to open that book towards the back and return, close the book. Again, open and close. Open and close. 3 more. Two. And 1 more. Beautiful. Amazing. Now, we're going to go into a 4-point kneeling. Yes. You need a little moment here to fix the hair. And hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, making sure that you're pushing through those hands. So, pushing out through those shoulders, belly button is nice and in. So instead of going here, yes, you want to be nice and active in the middle. Okay, your toes can be curling in or relaxing down, but I like this as a little stretch for my feet and fascia. We're going to go for bird dogs, extending one arm and the opposite leg, nice and long, bringing them in, keeping that same side in. Yes, we're going to go 8. As you extend, try to avoid flaring those ribs, but keep that core nice and engaged. Yes. In 4, weight in the center. 3. If you need to stop in between each rep, you can. 2. 1. And hold it for 8, for 7, for 6, making sure that your neck is an extension of your spine. So in line with your spine for 4, 3, 2, 1, pulse 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and switch the other side and extend. Bring it in. Exhale. Avoid the flaring of the ribs. That's it. Nice. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I have a little mosquito. 2, 1. Pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in. Amazing. Now from this 4-point kneeling position, I want you to bring one foot forward and stand. Now we're going to stretch our hips. What I want you to do is tuck your tailbone in. So don't just start leaning forward, but again, flex or relax. I want you to tuck that tailbone in and lean those hips forward. Yes. Once you're in this position, you're going to feel your hips slightly. Bring the outer arm and lean towards one side. Back to the center and return. Again, scoop that tailbone under. Yes. Before you lean forward, maybe this is already enough or quite tight. If we can, then bring that outer arm and reach, following the lines of your body so we're not front, but right above it. And again, good. Scoop, lean forward and out towards the side. Beautiful. Again, scoop that pelvis under, lean forward and reach. Very nice. 2 more. Scoop, lean, reach. 2 more. We've got it now. And last one. A little bit farther if we can. And we're going to switch our knees. Opposite foot now. Again, same process. Tucking that tailbone under, leaning forward, outer arm. The opposite from the front leg. That's the one that's reaching. Yes. Tuck it under. Lean forward. Amazing job, everybody. Let's go. Tuck it under. Lean forward. Four more. Tuck it under. Lean forward. Every time that you reach, try to pass right over your body, reaching a little bit farther out. Good. 3, 2. Reaching a little bit longer. 2 more. Tucking. And 1, tuck, lean, reach. Wonderful. Now we're going to sit back onto those sitting bones. Nice. You can extend both of your legs if you're able to sit on those sitting bones. Yes. Otherwise, I want you to sit cross-legged, or if you have a towel or a little box that you can sit on it, but we want to sit on those sitting bones. Yes, you can also bend your knees here. Now, what I want you to do is try to think about a little thread pulling you up. Yes, you're going to place both of your hands here, relax your shoulders, engage your core, lean towards one side. So start rotating, little spinal twist here. Yes. So try to, everything stays facing forward. And just start rotating, yes. If possible, trying to flex your feet as well. Trying to stay nice and long. So instead of just rounding your spine, again, remember that thread, chin tall and proud, hips facing forward, and going for that spinal twist. Good. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Doesn't have to be big. 1. Amazing. Good. Beautiful. Now we're going to go back onto our stomachs. So prone. And here you want your elbows to be right next to your ribs. Yes. Now I want you to start lifting that chest up, not from the arms, but from your back. Yes. So we're going to go for a swan prep. You're going to start lifting from the back and going back down. Nose almost touching the mat. And again, lift from the back, not from the arms. So the arms and elbows are nice and relaxed. They're just acting like a tripod. So you have that balance. Yes, lift from the back. We've got 4 more. Relax the arms, lift from the back. 3. This is one of the most innocent looking, but we really feel that back extension. Okay, 2 more. And 1 more. Beautiful. Now, I want you to meet me at the top of that swan prep. I want you to bring that pelvis nice and heavy onto the mat. And you're going to point. Yes, point. Single leg kick. Yes, 8. Good. 7. We're not pushing from the arms, but from the back. 7. Pointing. In 4. In 3. In 2. In 1. Finish both sides and relax. Beautiful. Good job, everybody. We're going to go into our standing leg series. Now, we're going to stand up and see if you have something that you can hold on to next to you, especially if you don't have really good balance on one leg control. We're going to go into our standing series, which is a single leg balance. Yes. So what I want you to start with is bending slightly your knees, keeping your chest nice and straight. You're going to lift one of your knees. Yes. And go down, touch your toes. 1. Good. Keeping the leg that's on the floor nice and bent. Keeping that chest nice and straight. Not fully straight, but imagine that you're half on a stride. Yes. 8, 7, 6, 5. Control that balance. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Yeah, so bend your knees. The other leg comes up. Find that balance. 8, 7, good. 6, bringing that knee towards your chest. 5, find that balance with the foot that's on the mat. Keeping that knee nice and bent. 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Now, we're going to go onto one side. If you have an umbrella, a stick, a chair, make sure to grab it, because what I want us to do is calf raises. However, I want us to go 1 up and 3, 2, 1 down. Up, 3, 2, 1 down. Yes, so 1 up and then very nice and slowly going down. Yes. Don't try to put all of your weight on whatever you're holding on to, but it helps you to balance so that you can really slow it down on your way down. Yes. In 4. Take your time here. 3, 2, 1, and switch your legs. Now we go 1 up and very slowly going down. 2, very slowly going down. Up. Can you take a little bit of weight from whatever you're holding on? It can be a wall, anything that you have around you. If you're doing it with your running partner, hold on to one another. Beautiful. We've got 4 more, very slowly going down. 3, 2, 1. Yes, nice. Bring both of your feet back down. Now, what I want you to do is rocking your feet from your toes to your heels. Yes, so lift your heels, lift your toes. Lift your heels, lift your toes. Heels, toes, heels, toes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Only your toes. Swing it to your toes. Lift your toes. Try to show the screen the bottom of your toes. Yes, in 8, 7. Keep your heels nice and pressed. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amazing. Now we're going to stretch already. We're going to lay down on your mat, on your back. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Bring one leg over into a figure 4. Float the other leg up into a tabletop. See how much is good for you. If needed, you can easily bring that knee in and mentally trying to push that outer knee. One more breath here before you alternate your feet. Beautiful. Bring that foot down, switch a row. Float your leg up into a tabletop. Hold onto the hamstring. Bring it into your chest. Very nice. Bring that foot down and you're going to extend one hamstring. Yes, you can point, you can flex, you can point, you can flex. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. If you're not that flexible, just try to stretch it here. Yes. See. Good. Switch. So you can do it here, or if you can extend, just flex, point, flex, point, flex, point. Beautiful. Very, very, very nice. You're going to sit upwards. And either your hands on your shoulders again, or out towards the sides and reach. If this is too much for you, you can of course bring your knees in and go towards the side, but if you can keep them straight, keep them nice and straight. Making sure that both of your sitting bones are on the mat. We're going to lean forward. If this is too heavy again, yes. And roll your spine all the way down. Palms are up and just rest. Yes, so that's it. That is your runner's reset. I'm going to make them a little bit different or a little bit more challenging in some areas, or other areas I'm going to do specific for each of the areas that we covered today on the upcoming videos. But this is a good start to see how that mobility in different planes is for you. How does it feel in your body? So you can start knowing where we need a little bit more of work, a little bit more of mobility. So I hope to see you again, either in the same video or one of the other runner series. Whenever you're ready, round your spine, come back up. And that's your reset. So single leg control, thoracic rotation, hip stability, all done. You can do this once a week, and I hope that you start feeling the difference. There's a whole runner series, so some specific for each of those target areas, so feel free to also check them out, and I'll see you next time.